So if you haven't heard, there's a new kid on the block, and I'm talking about Splitgate. Now, you might not have heard of this, and I've seen it a bit on Twitter, which is how I sort of came across it. But Splitgate is a new free-to-play FPS, which they call Halo meets Portal. And it's just exactly that. It is so much fun. So we're going to talk about my thoughts on the game, where I think it could be going, and could it potentially blow up? And that's exactly what we're going to talk about. So basically, like I said, this is Halo meets Portal. So the movement and the weapons, very, very similar to that Halo sort of combat we all know. And the game modes as well, we've got stuff like SWAT and King of the Hill, TDM, all that kind of good stuff. And it reminds me a lot of Halo, I can't lie. Apparently this game is heavily inspired by Halo, so it makes complete sense. Now, if you're wondering where the portals come into this, it helps add like a really unique element to the game, and the portals open up a lot of unique things and allow you to get around the map quicker, allows you to ambush enemies, it allows you to you can actually shoot through the portals at enemies, you don't actually have to take them, so you can get some really unique angles and some really unique kills. It is only a 4v4 mode, so it's not too crazy in there. Sometimes on some maps it can be a little sparse in my opinion, but whether they're just testing that, whether that'll be increased, whether they'll have a special game mode where it may be increased in the future, who knows? The potential is there. I think the maps are a very good size. However, I like the dynamics of different heights. There's a lot of different places to get to, and a lot of different levels essentially to the map. And they all feel great. Like, I can't lie. And I know this is a beta. They've been having a lot of server issues, which you can't fault. You know, this is what betas are for. They didn't really explain. Sorry, I didn't really explain. They didn't really expect the amount of players it's had. It's been trending on the PlayStation Store, and I think that's brought a lot of traffic. Now, will this game blow up? I honestly think it can do. There's a lot of potential here, and with it being a free-to-play as well, most of the money will come from cosmetics, and their cosmetic store is pretty incredible. I can't lie. Like, some of the gun skins they offer are really, really nice, and you can tell there's been a lot of effort being put into it. The UI can be a little confusing in my opinion, like where all the drops are located and accessing your stats and stuff. At first it seems a little weird, like coming from Call of Duty and Apex and that kind of stuff. It does seem a little weird, but the stats are amazing. It tells you your KD and your kill death assist ratio, which I think is really unique and pretty nice. And what I really like is it tells you how many teabags you've done, and that's something that's kind of emphasized to actually do in the game, which is quite fun. And you know, they're playing on that coming from a Halo point of view. That's all people used to do. Now, they do also offer a ranked mode as well, which I think opens up a whole new sort of potential for competitive play and esports. It's still 4v4, but again, you have like the standard ranking system of bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, masters, and then officially champion, which obviously if you play Apex or Valorant, you'll know that's a very similar sort of ranking system. I believe, I'm not sure how it works entirely yet, but I presume it'll be based on your wins and your general sort of play, like an elo based system. Now, it officially releases on the 27th of July, and in that time they're obviously hoping to increase the server capacity and make this more accessible for people, less queuing, less downtime, all that kind of good stuff. And that's the great thing I've noticed with this game. The devs on Twitter, there's only 4 engineers that work on this game, so you've got to bear with them. There's only 4 engineers holding these servers together, which is incredible. And they're having like 60,000 concurrent players, which is kind of mad, and there's only 4 people behind this, which you've got to give huge credit to them. They are holding this down really well. And the transparency with the devs through Twitter is incredible. Like, they're chatting to everyone, they're communicating with everyone, letting them know about downtime, letting them know why things might be taking longer, how things are going, responding to everyone, saying, yes, we know we're eager. Look, because of this downtime, we're actually going to give people who've played this beta an extra 5 drops, which is, you know, equivalent to like the Apex packs. Which I think is really nice of them, and their transparency is amazing. Honestly, if that continues, as we, obviously as this game progresses, I think they'll have a really solid game here. Now, my sort of worry is that Halo, when that releases, will be its biggest competitor, and it could take a lot of the player base, but I say could. The reason being, I think these games will go hand in hand. I think they're both very fun games, but who knows how Halo's going to do? You know, we don't know much about that game just yet. But the portals in Splitgate offer like a huge dynamic that Halo doesn't really offer, and it does open up a lot of opportunities, like I say, and you'll see on screen as well throughout my gameplay that portals are like basically make the game, give it a huge different dynamic. And I think as this progresses and as we get through the beta, as more content gets added, there's a whole potential here for a really good game. And this is a relaunch because it did get released 2 years ago, but apparently just dropped off, and then they just rebranded, and this is their relaunch. So hopefully that won't happen again, because honestly this is so much fun, and it's like a really fun game. Like, honestly, give it a try. It's free. Give it a try. Let me know what you think in the comments below, because this honestly is so different to everything else out there at the minute. Everything's been so battle royale focused at the minute that this is just really fresh and like new, like in comparison. I don't know how everyone else is feeling, but for me, like, battle royales are getting a bit stale. You know, they've been around a few years. It's all that we've had recently, and yes, they're fun, but when that's sort of all you're playing for decent FPSs, it can get a bit stale, you know. Now the movement system in this I would very much compare to Halo. However, if you're coming from Apex, there's no custom controllers yet, no custom control layouts. You can't put your crouch on your thumbstick, which is my biggest gripe at the minute. I keep going to crouch and then end up meleeing, and hopefully that'll come after time and after the beta, and I imagine that's something they'll work in. The amazing thing is, though, we have quite a bit of customization with reticles, and you can actually change the shape of your reticle, you can change your color, and you have a full RGB slider on choosing your own custom color, which I think is incredible for a game in beta. We still haven't got that in Apex, and Warzone, obviously you have different reticles that you can change, that you have to unlock, which I think this is really cool to just have off the bat, similar to Valorant. I think that's a really nice touch. Obviously, if you're colorblind as well, they have colorblind settings, and you can adapt your reticle to be more colorblind friendly. And this kind of shows they've got a lot of bases covered, but obviously there's stuff to work on, and that's what the beta's for. Now, I'll probably be playing this a lot. I'll probably give ranked a good shot as well, and I'm hoping that this sort of trend of it blowing up really continues, because I think this game has great potential. It's really fun. It offers a really competitive ranked mode, and if that continues, honestly, this could be a really good game and a really fun game. Like, it kind of reminds me of Quake in a way as well, and we know that they had like a huge competitive scene. Like Halo and Quake were just really competitive games. So I think honestly this has potential if it continues, if the devs keep up with everything, and if it just carries on as it, like, improving and working and seeing what they can do. They're wanting to expand their team. Like I said, the devs are super transparent, so it's really nice to hear all their plans and stuff. So hopefully as this game releases, we'll get more stable servers, more improvements, and the sort of player base will just increase, and the game will just be way more fun. So like I say, honestly, I'm really impressed by this game. I would highly recommend you give it a go. Just try it out for yourself. As I'm sure you've seen with the gameplay, it's just a really fun, nice, relaxed game. It doesn't feel too sweaty and try hard at the minute. Could just be some low levels. But like I say, give it a shot for yourself and let me know what you think in the comments below. But I know this has been a bit of a different video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you like to see some different content on the channel. But for now, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
I just saw that. That's